Hey everyone, I am Beth Barany of How to Write the Future podcast. I am here to share with you my Trust Your Creative Heart roadmap, helping writers go from idea to finished science fiction or fantasy novel. Now, of course, you can apply this material to any creative process. Because I am a science fiction and fantasy writer, I am talking to science fiction and fantasy writers, and that is who I help. I help you go from idea to finished science fiction or fantasy novel that you are proud of and that you're ready to share with the world, that you're ready to publish and you're ready to send it out into the world and move on to the next one. So I created an 8-step process, a roadmap that takes you all the way through that process. And if you want to hear the overview, go ahead and check out the overview that I created on this process. Today, we're going to go through step 1, and then you can go and listen to all the other steps that will be released soon. All right, so step 1. Before you actually take a step on a journey, you want to know where you're going. You want to clarify your goals, and you want to take stock of your strengths and what you would like more of. So I encourage you to think about, what is it that you really want? What does that look like? Do you want to have a finished book in your hand? Do you want to be able to hand it to your friends and family? Do you want to sell it all across the internet, on Amazon, on the other vendors? Do you want to sell it direct to readers online or in person or both? And then do you want to go on and write more books? So I am talking to beginners, but also if you are an experienced writer and you've been writing some books, I also encourage you to take stock of your goals as well. And just so you know, there is a little workbook that comes with this series, so be sure to check that out in the link, or go ahead and put into the comments if you're listening to this on YouTube and say, send me the workbook. There is a workbook that comes along with this roadmap. So where are you? Where are you now, and where do you want to go? And there are 2 questions that I like to ask when I'm talking to writers at the beginning, when I'm getting to know you. I start by looking at what is working. I think it is really important to notice what is already working in your life around your goal. So for example, if you've never written a full-length novel before, but you keep a journal and maybe you've written some papers for school. So those are things that are working. You are able to sit down and get to your writing. Or if you are an avid reader, that is also what is working. Or you watch a lot of TV and film and you love story. Those things are working for you. What else might be working for you? I call them strengths. And it could also be the fact that you might have a space where you can work, or that you have some time that you can put into writing. Those are also working for you. Plus other skills that come from other parts of your life. Those things are working for you too. So all of the things that are working for you that can support you as you do this new thing, of writing a novel. And then the second question to ask before we start on the journey, before we start on the road and the adventure to get you to that amazing finished place, finished goal, with a book in your hand, with being so proud of it. Another thing to ask yourself, and we all go there, is what would you like more of? I'm not asking what's wrong or what's broken or what needs fixing. I'm actually looking at it a little differently. It's another way. Instead of saying what's lacking, we're going to ask, what would you like more of? So this is your desire, and you're like, I want this thing, but I don't have this thing. So something, for example, that I noticed when I was struggling as a beginning writer is I wanted more time to put into my writing. And that's what I wanted more of. I wanted more time. Meaning, I realized I needed to dedicate more time to the writing itself, because my writing sessions were very sporadic and I wasn't actually sitting down on a regular basis. And I realized, that's really what I'm craving. I am craving that dedicated, almost daily time that I sit down at the cafe, as it was, and I work on writing that first draft. Another thing that you might want more of is more feedback. Oh, that's really great to know. Are you ready for feedback? Maybe you are, maybe you're not. If you don't have anything written, then you don't have anything to share with anyone yet, but it's good to know. So notice, what is it that you would like more of? When I asked one of my clients this, he told me he wanted longer blocks of time. He was writing daily, but he didn't want to write for 20 minutes or 30 minutes. He wanted 3 hours or a day where he would be uninterrupted. When I asked another client what she wanted more of, she realized that she needed more understanding of story structure. And so it was like, oh, okay, great. So that's an area where she can go and learn more about. So it could be a knowledge thing. It could be skills. It could be time. It could be support. What would you like more of? So today we talked about step 1 in my Trust Your Creative Heart roadmap. It is an assessment. It is that moment before you go on the journey where you look at the map and it says, you are here. We're looking at where you are right now. You are here. And looking at what are your goals? What's the specific goal that you want right now? And asking 2 questions. What's working and what would you like more of? That's it for this episode. And if you have any questions, please write me, post them in the chat, reach out to me. And if you would like the workbook that comes with this series, then go ahead and use the link in the description. Also, you can write me, post in the comments, send me the guide. That's it for this week, everyone. Write long and prosper.